Hi everyone, welcome to our office. Sorry I couldn't make it down to the cities to give my presentation, but I hope you enjoy it just as much from home. Today I'd like to spend a few minutes talking to you about Das Bauhaus Stil, or as we would know it, the Bauhaus style. Oops. A little bit of history about Bauhaus was the school was started in 1919 by Walter Gropius. It was named Stiliches Bauhaus, though many just call it Bauhaus, and it translates into house for building. Gropius ran the school from 1919 until 1928. During that time, he moved the school to Dessau, Germany, at the invitation of many people around the area. Also, many people found his ways to be very radical and didn't quite understand it. He was a very accomplished architect and designer, and as you can see here from some of the examples of his work, he designed the original Bauhaus buildings, as well as the house in Massachusetts that he lived in when he came to America, some factories overseas, and also like the MetLife building in New York. He also dabbled a little bit with making furniture. As an example here, you can see his F51 chair. During the process of the Bauhaus school being open, there were also two other leaders that ran it. Hans Meyer ran the school from 1928 to 1930, and his emphasis was on mass-producible design. In 1930, Mies van der Rohe, took over from Hans Meyer, and he ran the school from 1930 to 1933, when it closed in Berlin due to some pressure from the Nazi Party. During the time of Mies van der Rohe, he also had the very first interior designer work at Bauhaus. Her name was Lily Reich, and she worked with him on his Barcelona chair that he designed, amongst other designs. A little bit of background about the style of Bauhaus in Germany was it was all classical architecture in its purest form. No ornamentation, a flat roof, smooth facades, white, gray, beige, or black in color, large windows, open floor plans, and functional furniture. As you can see here from some of the examples that I provided, the buildings are very stark white, big windows. Here's a nice example of the schools, and you can see that the Bauhaus in Dessau was gray with a red door, as you can see in some of the works later throughout Germany. Bauhaus's design was seen by some as plain, boring, and very unnatural. Here we have a few examples of Bauhaus in other countries. For example, on the right side of our screen, this is Tel Aviv, and they really expanded on the Bauhaus movement. The only difference in Tel Aviv from in the Germany areas is that they had to make their windows much smaller to reduce the amount of sun that came in because it was a lot harsher over there. But as you can see, we also have some examples of works throughout other countries, like this train station in Belgium, this office complex in Switzerland, and Mies van der Rohe's Toronto Dominion Center. After the war started, many of the famous architects and designers fled to America. When they got here, they started to build businesses of their own or work with other designers that were already established in the country. The new style that they brought with them was renamed International Style instead of Bauhaus. As you can see here, some of the examples I provided show that the International Style seemed to be a little bit more upscale and lavish and catered to a higher end crowd. Here we can see some private residences in Florida where they have the strong geometric shapes, the big windows, but still are very plain and very stark white. This example shows a beach house design, and you can literally see through the entire house. Now, I found Bauhaus style to be very interesting to research, and you can see examples of it in everyday living. Whether or not it's not modeled after Bauhaus, you just look around and you see these gorgeous cubic, if you will, type of structures, and you can really easily just see how the styles might correspond with each other. For the interactive portion of my presentation, I found a way to build a word seek and use many of the terms that were in the presentation. I have provided a copy of this to Anne, so if she wants to, she can go ahead and print this off for you guys, and you can enjoy a little bit of word fun. So thanks for coming to our office today, and I hope you all have a great day, and see you again next time.